Okay, it's our daily thing. Still haven't decided what to call it, to be honest. Dinner time thing, lunch
Daily
thing,
roundup.
daily roundup.
I keep saying
Just
a
us
song.
talking on a video, really, innit?
Chatting.
Let's talk about last night, mate. What did you think? Unlucky, weren't we? Bit of a
Yeah.
heartbreaker.
Yeah, Neil texted me straight after and just goes, I'm in bits. I thought, yeah, that's exactly it. I don't know, it felt like one of the biggest games in years, didn't it? Maybe it's because it's sort of like so many kids, it's like this parallel universe Liverpool team who aren't full of lads who let you down. And they seem to really, really give it a load. And there's so many good news stories within that game. To just casually lose it like that was a bit nasty, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Unnecessary.
I mean, I just watched it in ours. I didn't go, but I was watching it on the laptop, and the missus has made me put the headphones on. And when that winner went in, I threw them across the living room and stormed upstairs. Full on lost me shed about it. Like I was
domestic scenes.
I was just. I mean, like you say, you know, there's so many performances on the night, wasn't there? That you thought, you know, that's promising, that's great. I thought Kev Stewart was great. You know, after Gibbo completely writing him off, he wants to put him on a flag now, I think.
Did Gibbo write him off?
Yeah, he was like, what's the point? He's 22. He was rejected by Spurs. Why are we getting lads in like that? And then now he put on his ratings last night that he wants to get him on a flag. Take him to Euro 2016 when he plays for Roy's boys.
Steve Graves was in text conversation with him. He says he's his favourite Liverpool player of all time.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Stuart in the under-21s about a year and a half ago, and he was a centre-half with Spurs, I think. And
that's right.
He played centre-half and ours, and they moved him into central midfield, and he was absolutely superb. I thought, what's going on here? He's properly good.
There was a story about that in the Echo yesterday, saying that, you know, that they just moved him into centre mid almost through need. They didn't have someone, they just lashed him there, and he did all right as DM, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, hello.
Yeah. I mean, you know, people. It's at 22. How good was Lucas at 22? He was at 21. He was getting booed, wasn't he? Yeah. So he wasn't very good. I don't see a word. The trick is, can he play like that for 10 games on the bounce? Will he ever get the chance?
This was what I was just going to ask you, mate. I mean, you know, I think we know the basics of last night, that it was a hard luck story and all the rest of it. But what's it actually informed now for Liverpool for the rest of the season? I mean, could we rely on Stewart? Could Lucas be centre half? I'd put him there.
Well, that's the sort of the converse of Stewart's move, isn't it? I agree with you. Every time we're seeing him there, I mean, it's not just in these sort of games. He was at, it's these sort of games. That was a Premiership side away from home. He did it at Stoke, didn't he? Where else did he do it? He's done it it was at Arsenal.
He looks like a real leader there as well, doesn't he? He's talking, he's communicating, he's putting the tackles in, he's putting the blocks in. Yeah. All right, he gives away that free kick, and you know, if you examine that in just, you know, it could go either way, couldn't it? You know what I mean? It's one of them decisions that blame. Yeah, it shouldn't detract from what was a great performance, is what I'm trying to say. And I think he's a real option for us at centre half now. I mean, everyone's written him off. Everyone's written him off over and over again. And I think it'd be classic Lucas now to almost reinvent himself as being the solution at centre half.
Well, it also could extend his career. I mean, it's not like he's old. I still think he's 33 and he's only 29. But you know, you look at that. He's never had a lot of pace, and he seems to have suffered with that sort of with being on the turn since his injury.
He's good in the air.
Yeah, you could see him there for 4 years. Yeah, I think if he's got a unit alongside him, you wouldn't want two Lucases there getting bullied. You know, but you look at Mascherano's at Blint at United. It's the new thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
we need a short, fragile guy at the back.
Why not? Sounds good. Let's get him there at Villa. What are we doing today, Rob? I wanted to quickly touch on that. We're doing an Unwrapped show, aren't we, at 12?
Yeah, Unwrapped's a bit of a sort of a roundup of what happened last night. We'll go through the performances, because if ever there's a game where you want to talk about each individual, I think that's one of them, as we've already started it here. And we're going to talk about the implications for the season now, what's left to play for, what's going to represent a good season, what's Klopp's strategy going to be in terms of his prioritisation and team selection. So I'm looking forward to doing that show. Melissa Reddy's going to be joining me and you, and Andrew Eaton.
Yeah, and before that I'm recording an Uncould Play show. A bit different this time for subscribers who've listened to that before. We're doing And He Should Have Played, which is basically 3 players who we signed, who we all got excited about, and then for one reason or another it didn't really work out. And that's why I'm flying through this video, because I've got a legger, because Tony Barrett's on it, and he insists that I buy him toast. That's his rider. So
not even tea with it, just the
toast. And he's insisted on lots of butter. So I don't know what's going on in his arteries, but so yeah, we'll leave it there, I think.
Yeah,
that's today's video.